A lot of agents have this idea that if the client comes in and they can't buy, they get the information and then they just put them to the side. I don't do that.
Hello and welcome to episode 7 of the Smart Agent. Hello and welcome to episode 7 of the Smart Agents podcast. My name is Michael Walter and I'll be your host. Each episode we bring you interviews with real estate insiders from all across the country and from all levels of experience. Our goal is for you to be inspired by your fellow agents and learn something that you can use to grow your business. This interview, make sure you follow and subscribe to the show on whatever platform you listen to your podcast. You can find us on everything from Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, you name it, we are there. Also, as you can see if you're watching this, make sure you subscribe to the Smart Agents YouTube channel. Click the bell to get notifications when each new episode is uploaded. In this episode, we once again hear from California-based agent Don Dunbar. With 31 years of experience in the industry, he has seen it all and worked with clients from across the whole spectrum. Obviously, every agent over the course of their career is going to come across a buyer that has a less than ideal financial situation. But rather than brushing these would-be buyers off, Don has created a program to help them get the help that they need to secure the dream of owning a home.
I get a lot of people call me that want to buy a house, and some can, some can't. The ones that can't, we have a system in place to help them get their stuff together over a period of time.
Tell me a little bit about this program that you have, because I think that's an awesome way to have clients down the road.
And a lot of agents have this idea that if the client comes in and they can't buy, they get the information and then they just put them to the side. I don't do that. I used to work for Operation Hope as a credit counselor or a credit person there. Then I moved up to VP of the office. And one of the things I found out, everybody wants to buy a property, but a lot of them can't do it right now. So all I do is put them in my database. I have 2 books. This is my buyer's book, and this is my daily book. And my buyer's book has everybody that calls me. So what I do is I just keep the information, and then I just send them an email. I make sure that they're getting their credit stuff. I have, because I work for Operation Hope, I know how to compile the letters to send to the creditors, and I do all of it for free. And a lot of people go, it's for free, and they can't believe it's free. I'm like, yo, I don't have to charge you to do this. I just click a button, put your name in, put the account in, and then send it to you. You send it to wherever you want. You know, this is generic. It's not that complicated. And we actually have a buyer now that we help that came to us 2 months or 3 months ago, and they couldn't buy anything. And now they're buying a $400,000 house because we took the time to help them get their credit straight. And once you do that with an individual, they'll never leave you. They'll always will stick with you, you know, and I do that for a lot of people. So I may get good deals to go right away, but then all of a sudden down the line when things are not going as well, boom, here come this buyer that I done worked with. You know, I had a couple phone calls, I sent a couple of letters, help them get it together. You know, and I have a lot of them like that. You know, I actually learned it from Jay Morrison. I followed him years ago, and then I actually met him in Oakland last year this time. And one of the things he said was that, because a lot of people won't do that. So I started doing that, and it's really a difference in that. The end of the day, when it comes to getting buyer clients, I stopped working with buyers. So I figured I work with the buyers nobody want to work with. And there's so many of them out there like that.
Right.
You know, all you got to do is just be accessible, stay in contact with them, communicate, make sure they're okay, because they get, you know, discouraged real easy, and you just keep them motivated. And I send an email blast to everybody with my face on it, just like this, bomb, and they, oh, I'm still working on it. Is it, you know, I send back, do I need to help you? No, I got it. I'll be in touch, and we just keep doing that.
Yeah.
And you know, the gentleman that bought one of the guys that bought from the guy living in the house, same thing happened there. Did the exact same thing. That wouldn't have been a client if I wouldn't have did that. Right. You know, and a lot of agents throw a lot of clients away because they figure they're wasting their time helping them. But you have so many people, man, that's out here like that. That's an untapped market.
Yeah, and
I love it.
And
they're a little hard to deal with because they slow, but it works.
Hey, you know, I just feel like the real estate game is such a long-term game.
Yeah.
And it can pay itself back over years and years. You know, that one person that you helped out, they're going to have such a good things to say about you that anytime they know
Oh,
somebody that needs somebody, needs something taken care of, they're
dude,
coming to you.
dude gave me a 5-star rating. I was shocked because when he sent it over, I was shocked. And then prior to that, I had a lady I did business with because I stay in touch with my sphere of influence.
Mhm.
And I helped the lady out. She called. She was working with another realtor out here, and he just wasn't going nowhere. And she remembered, let me call Don.
Mhm.
And this is exactly what I told her. I said, listen, I don't need your listing. All I need is for you to say it's okay for me to work with you. She said, well, Don, I don't want to put it on the market. I said, I don't need to do that. I have enough people in my database. I'll have you offer. I said, this is Thursday. If you just sign a 1-day listing agreement with me and give me the number that you want, I'll get it. I said, I'll have it by Monday. It was Thursday. Monday, I had 3 offers, all cash, ready to go. And the real estate agent found out and tried to muddy the waters for me. And the lady told him, said, Don would never go against what I told him to do. He doesn't work like that. And actually what he did was he messed himself up with her and allowed me to sell the property and do what I needed to do. And I still, to this day, talk to this lady. She lives in Vegas. I still talk to her on the phone at least once, maybe twice a month for her next move. And if I would have just kicked her daughter to the side and not help them, I wouldn't have had a client.
Right.
So, that's how I look at it.
Again, I really want to thank Don for joining me and sharing his story. As he mentioned, you never know how many future listings may come from an interaction with one individual. By providing the resources needed to help push someone to meet their goals, you will always be their go-to for any future real estate needs. Now, if you think you or someone else on your team has an awesome story or tip to share with our community, send us a message at feedback@smartagents.com. Well, that wraps things up for this episode, but remember, follow the show wherever you listen to podcasts, and make sure you subscribe to the Smart Agents YouTube channel. Again, I'm your host, Michael Walter, and we'll see you on the next episode.